Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. So my pre-existing subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, we're going to be covering a whole bunch of topics. Today, I'm going to go over with you them right now. We're going to be covering Mike Johnson's secret plan and whether or not they got away with it. We're going to be covering J.D. Vance's realization during the electoral certification by Congress and him rolling his eyes and what that means. I thought that was a little odd, so I want to cover that. We're going to talk about Trump officially considered a felon as of today, and Jack Smith's special report regarding the 2020 election and what that might mean for the United States. We're also going to be talking about election manipulation and what's coming to light. And then on January 19th, 2025, we're going to talk about the rally more and the information revolving all around that. And then in a separate video, there's no better person to do lip reading than me. So I am going to lip read Obama and Trump during Carter's funeral. So, because I'm hard of hearing, I've done this for my entire life, right? You know what I mean? There'll be no better person you want to have lip reading thing than me. So we are going to be lip reading that in a separate video. Now, I recently just read all my second challenge from this book, the new ones, but I think that you guys are not ready for it. A lot of it is scary, so I'm just going to touch upon only a few key topics for today's video, because I do think it's going to be very important nonetheless. So I do have to touch upon this, whether or not it's something you want to hear or don't want to hear. This challenge that I'm going to cover first is going to be from December 31st, 2024. And it was channeled at 2:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can kind of see here, I'm not joking around, it's legit. This video is just for entertainment purposes only and for educational purposes only as well. This video is being recorded on January 10th on Friday at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the dot. Okay, so what's important I want to mention, world's leaders will be submissive to all that can and will be. Okay, kings will fall, not one, but by the many. This means leaders, right? World's leaders. A new faith will emerge and reignite passion in others. This is important because the faith doesn't always necessarily mean religion. It means like a renewed hope or a new sight on something. Something that gets reignited. Okay. Here's the next one. Trump shall be the trumpet that blows the new whistle of the age. For that I have created him in this time to usher in a new age of darkness and of the light. Harris shall seek a new path towards the presidency, for that she shall become. So it's saying here that Harris won't follow the normal path towards the presidency. Biden will be known for his tranquility, stability, and peace in a time of upheaval. You know, we really haven't had a lot of upheaval. We haven't had a lot of, things like that. So we will see what the next couple of days are going to foretell for Biden. The Carters represent an old way of doing things, being good to humanity and expecting nothing in return. Rest assured, he has a very important role to play in the evolution of the United States and the world. Hillary's important role is to show you the struggle of the new age of Aquarius for women. Not all will be easy, but we never said it would be. Okay? So that is the challenge before the new year. This is the challenge after the new year. Okay? This was recorded on January 9, 2025 at 2:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Faith has and will be renewed, but not all that is that. Faith has and will be renewed, but not all is that of religion, but rather in those who lost faith in the home they once lived in. So this also is referring to maybe your own home. Maybe you feel like the people that you are with become strangers because you don't recognize them anymore. It could be family, immediate family. It could be talking about your own country, your own leaders. You might have a renewed faith in them, or you might lose faith in them. Those. Okay. Trump would do something that would blow away the left than the right. Don't know what that means. Harris will go on to win the 2028 election if she chooses to seek it. For that, the presidency is already hers. Republicans will fall to the hate that consumes them. So these are only, I'm jumping around because I'm trying to minimize the effects of it, because I know a lot of you guys are in a state of fear. I really hope that you're not, but just for protection reasons, I'm not telling you some of these. Okay, Inauguration Day will be a day of reckoning for the many. Many will go as many will stay. There could be like an exit of people leaving the country. It could be multitude of different things. We don't necessarily what that may mean until the day of or later on in this reading. We have here, there is no fraud in this election, with the mere exception of manipulation, in whatever form they decide to do it in. So what it's saying here, this was really interesting, because it talked about how there was no direct fraud in the election, like adding ballots in or whatever. What it's saying is instead there was manipulation. And I explained this before in my other readings, while back, talking about the Secret Johnson plan and all those, and how they instituted and how they did it, was essentially input they inputted a coding mechanism, almost like a Trojan horse, into the software and the malware programs of these voting booths and ballots, and it gave the Democrats a ceiling. So, for example, the Democrats can go out and vote, but once they hit that ceiling, they're maxed out. If the rest of the vote can still go in, it just won't be counted. Whereas the Republicans don't have a ceiling or a max limit, and they can just go as high as they can go, giving the Republicans the ability to win without manipulating the vote tally by just capping the Democrats and not letting them go past that line. That's how they did it. They didn't do it by just adding ballots in. They did it by essentially blocking the threshold. And by blocking that threshold, they were able to win. And by doing all those bomb threats and everything going around during that same day, they were able to lower the turnout in Democratic districts, making that more an effective strategy. But that is what they said. Congress would decertify the result in due time, but not in which when he is still alive, for that he will be stripped of his number and title and considered illegitimate. 3 impeachments will befell the next president, for that he has already committed 2 major crimes outside the scope of being in office. He sold them out and gave documents away. Fraud will be found on the phone of a nearby foreign adversary. Harris may take her rightful place, but not before she finds and meets a young male. Tim Walz is not likely to become the vice president, as we have other plans for him. A major political figure, a woman, will die, one of which that saved democracy when it called to do so. May she be remembered as a hero. Okay, trust that all is in divine order and that I have created this so that the desired outcome could be met and reached. Those were the soul contract and must be fulfilled. So that is what it says here. Many good will come of this decade, but be overshadowed by the evil that consumed the media. Trumpet can only be blown once. For that, Trump has already used it up in 2016. The end of channeling at 3:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what they're saying that Trump cannot usher in a new age. He already did it in 2016. That's what they're saying. Okay, so let's go and let's start. So again, this video is being recorded on Friday, January 10th at 12:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as of this recording, as of when I am recording this video. This video is just for entertainment purposes only and for educational purposes only as well. We have plenty of topics to go over and cover, so I'm just going to go through a quick disclaimer. It is for entertainment, as I said. But if you guys want to be notified when I do post and upload next, go into my comment or description below and follow my Blue Sky account and my Facebook group. I will notify you there personally when I do upload. If you want to email me, I also included it in the description and the comment section below if you want to email me and you want to contact about me. So you want to contact me about any questions or anything you have. I don't know what's going on. My throat is really dry, so I do apologize if I misspeak. But yeah, all that. And then just engage with the content, whether you're liking, whether you're subscribing, whether you're hitting the bell icon, whatever it is, just engage with the content in some formality. And the longer you watch this video, the more you'll be shown my video and also other psychic tarot card videos as well. You're telling the algorithm that you like what you see here today. So let's begin. I'm not going to waste your time. Let's do the first question. What's the first question? Okay, Mike Johnson's secret plan. Of course, I do the big one first. Okay. Alright, so I have the Illuminati deck. If we need it, we'll use it, but I'm not going to take that as my first one. Mike Johnson's secret plan. Did they get away with that? Go to the right? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use this. So the way these cards in particular work is that if it's reversed, we flip it to the other side. If it's upright, we don't flip it, we read it as it stands. Alright, so Spirit Angels, tell me about Mike Johnson's secret plan. Did they get away with the crime? Did they get away with that? Mike Johnson, the Speaker Mike Johnson, and Donald Trump and Elon Musk, did they get away with the secret plan that they supposedly created? Okay. That was interesting. You see the cards flipped. They wanted to make sure it was in the Pacific matter. Okay, did Mike Johnson and Donald Trump plan, did they get away with it? Oh. What's the bottom of the deck? Okay. Okay, so this is a really messed up plan, I'll give you that. Okay, so we have lean Republican. So the first card that came out was the White House. Well, the second card that came out, but the first upright card that came out was lean Republican. This is the White House. Control the White House, lean Republican. Right? Challenge by the first card that came out was swing seats to the sides, Florida 2000. Why is this significant? Because Florida was a one where it was supposed to go one way to the one winner, but it was halted and went to the other winner. It went to the Republican, George Bush, right, in 2000. It would have went to Al Gore, but it didn't because it was halted by the Supreme Court. In this aspect, it's saying there was a repeat. It's saying that something was halted, the Democrats were halted, and the Republican liked the victory. Probably like what I said with the manipulation earlier in today's video, how they were able to do it. We have the minority leader, but it's reversed. There's something with the minority leader, but it's saying here that the election was a tight race. No shocker. I mean, you see the polls. It was literally a tight race. They were neck and neck. They were neck and neck. The next card here, we have this card reversed, which means the White House will lean Democrat. It was reversed. Because this is not the original meaning. They want us to read on this. The housing industry. 2008 recession, 1950 suburb, high housing prices. Why is this significant? They're saying here a red house again. So they're saying that the housing industry collapsed. It's the ability, the chances of a Republican House. That is why they needed the additional boost. That's why this card falls underneath here, capping the Democrats so that a red house could become permanent. Right? Become permanent, the new era, the new house. Right? They capped it so that they could win the White House. Now, if you're not sure exactly what I'm talking about because you probably skipped the first part, what I'm essentially saying is that I started in the other Mike Johnson plans in the past, in the month of December and November when I talked about it, was that I saw like how they didn't exactly commit fraud, they committed manipulation of the votes. And how they did it was they encrypted a Trojan horse or something like that into the coding mechanism of the software and the malware. And what they did was they provided a ceiling for Democrats or the Democratic candidate. So once the votes come in, the max is hit, they can't go higher. The votes can go up, like the votes can still be counted, but it just won't be shown as counted. So they won't even know it wasn't counted. It will just go in the system will say success, been counted, but then if the Democrats hit a ceiling, the Republicans don't have a ceiling, so they can go as high as possible, which is why we have a lot of Russians do bomb threats, and by doing that, they not only lowered the threshold for the Democrats' enthusiasm turnout, but they raised the Republicans, giving them a possibility of giving them the additional edge that they needed to be able to raise the ceiling higher than the Democrats. So that's why, because it was literally a tight race. It was neck and neck. So they needed that additional enthusiasm boost while also maxing out the Democrats and making sure that they can't be counted any votes after that max ceiling. So to say you want to hold them at 48. Once the Democrats hit 48%, that's it, they can't go higher. They're maxed out at 48%. So like, for example, that's how that will work. Now we have here, underneath the White House, it says lean Republican, but like I said, it goes to the Republicans here because they did a 2000 type situation, but really, in retrospect, the Democrats actually won it. Again, you can't make this stuff up. This is not even an edited video. You can't make this stuff up. The next card is here, underneath the tight race with President Lincoln. I don't think this is... It's so weird because what they did was it almost... I'm going to say this here. Again, this video is just for entertainment purposes only. And this is what I just got. I'm just going to tell you, like I said, I'm always honest with you guys, what I get. I wonder if what the attempt that took place in July of 2024 was a planned one. And I said this before. I thought it was, but it's being confirmed now that that was part of the plan. Because we have here President Lincoln. Right, President Lincoln. We all know what happened to President Lincoln, right? We all know what happened to the first Republican president. Right, Trump is most likely might be the last one, but I don't really think so. But we don't know. We do have here President Lincoln here. What follows here is this one. So anyone in their right mind would think, okay, so maybe they needed to give Trump an additional enthusiasm boost by making it not real, but making it real enough that people believe, oh, people are out to get him. The deep state is out to get him. The swamp is out to get him. But really, Trump is the deep state. We have here what's interesting, nonetheless, because when you go and look at the lean Republican and the Democrat win, here you have the Electoral College in reverse. What is right behind it? Protest or riot. They did something. They did something. Because this is Black Lives Matter, social issue, COVID vaccine. Protest or riot. They made it so that there was protest, making sure that the Republican leaned to the Republican. I mean, the White House leaned to the Republican. That's what they did. But also the plan was saying that there could be possible protests or rioting in the future as well. Because disregarding Trump in the end. Because I said it wasn't going to be his last one either. And we have here underneath the tight race, President Lincoln, we have voting rights. This is important because Lincoln was the one who provided, or at least tried to help give more voting rights and broaden the horizon among African Americans and those within the South, those who were slaves or enslaved, right? He was trying to get them the ability of proper representation. The voting rights here is saying here that there could be protests with the voting rights or trying to remove voting rights. Maybe there is voter suppression, something in that matter, something within that formality. The crown of the reading here, though, is we have the manufacturing industry, which means this has all been manufactured, right? This is a plan that was in the making. What's ironic, though, is right behind us. Okay, ironically, though, right behind it is the impeachment trial. Again, I said that he's going to be impeached 3 times. Actually, I don't even think I read that one. So we're going back to that channel and let me see, because I don't think I read it to you. So let me just go back to my January 9th, 2025. It says here, 3 impeachments will befell the next president for that he has already committed 2 major crimes outside the scope of being in office. He sold them out and gave documents away. So this could very well be an impeachable offense. We have here the Democrats hold reversed, was it the Congress, but they didn't hold either the Congress, the House, or the Senate. It's reversed, making this the outcome. So we have here 270, 315 House seats, Electoral College seats. Excuse me, I really botched that. So 270 to 315 House seats, 410 to 515 electoral votes, 35, 46, 19. That's not really feasible in this outcome, but it's saying here that it was more of a landslide than what was initially anticipated. So what were they trying to do? They were trying to manufacture a landslide. And we have here swing states decide. We have Florida, Georgia, Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina. Swing states that decide. It's reverse. Older voters, boomers, Gen X, 45 to 64 demographic. Something going on with their votes here in these states, but also what gave the victory here. So they were not targeting young people or anything like that. They were targeting their specific demographic. And what's the top of the deck here? It's reverse. Minority leader was the Speaker of the House, but what's reversed it? Presidency's up for grabs. So they knew this. They knew this going in, that there was a plan that they put in place to essentially use this attempt on July, which was apparently, according to the cards, they made that all up to make Trump look like a hero. And by doing so, it not only raised up Republican enthusiasm, but they also installed malware and Trojan horses in the voting booth and the voting system to ensure a specific outcome by capping Democratic votes and making sure that there was a Republican victory, while also doing bomb threats in highly Democratic areas to lower the enthusiasm gap. And there was what's it called? Attempt to commit voter suppression. You know, that's not like out of the blue. That's not a psychic prediction. That's literally something that has happened. What else do we get? They were targeting a certain demographic. They were using different things. They were trying to commit protests, or there might be possibly unrest that may happen. We don't know exactly what's going on, but part of the secret plan was that. Did they get away with it though? That's the next question we're going to ask. Because it feels to me that the plan works, even though it said a Democrat victory underneath the White House. Spirit Angel told me it did, because they said it's going to be an impeachable offense if they found out. So Spirit Angel tell me, will information about Mike Johnson's secret plan with Donald Trump and Elon Musk regarding the election, will it come to light? It's still telling me the plan. It's still telling me the plan. It's not telling me whether it's going to come to light or not. Maybe we're not supposed to know that yet. But I'll read you what they said. We have here the first card that came out with the Four of Swords. The ending of a political dynasty, ending of a political era for a specific person. This, in this case, would be Vice President Harris. We have here, under here, the Knight of Cups, going backwards. This is my Biden card, going before Biden, which is the World card here. Going back to the way things were in the world before Biden. Biden and Harris came in, which is why it's in here, going back to the past. We have here is being followed by the Knight of Swords, which means, and I asked, will it come to light? We have here, not really, because it has to be involved with Project 2025 and the initiation of it. The Magician card here, which is reversed, the manifestation of it, was telling me in some way, not really, but not also. We do have here the Nine of Pentacles, which tells me here that the lack of force and great fortune for the women, which would be, in this case, would be Harris. We do have the Nine of Cups here, which means achievement. They were pretty successful in doing it, fooling the people, fooling the American people. We do have here there was lack of resistance. They were actually surprised about the lack of resistance against their plan, and it ushered in a conservative in the White House, which is the King of Wands. So, will the plan become to light? Will the secret plan come to light? Or will it just be something that just stays hidden? It says here, there's definitely a certainty in this. So what is very certain? And here's another pentacle, the Ace of Pentacles. I don't think at this time, no, but it will eventually in the right time, which is the Three of Cups. It will in the right time, but not right now. It feels like it's not going to come out right now. I feel like it's later. How later are we looking? June. We have here the Ace of Wands. I don't think they're going to hand power over right away. They need to investigate that. Because this is my investigative card. It's reversed. Will tell me there's no investigation ongoing for the secret plan between Mike Johnson and Trump. Yeah, because we have the Trump card here, which is the sun. We have here looking at the evidence, the result revolving around the investigation that's going to open up revolving around Trump and Mike Johnson's secret plan. And we have here the devil card here, getting away with that. But revelation of consciousness starts to be alerted. But here's the Page of Cups. It's too late. Here's the Ten of Cups reverse. No. I don't think it's going to come out. Here she is, reverse. I don't think it's going to come out, and here's why I say I don't think it's going to come out. I don't think it's going to be publicly. If this public, no. So if it comes out, it's private, but not public. If this private, if this information private, Spirit. We have here Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups, telling me to stop reading that. Okay, so this is what I'm getting from this reading. They're saying here that I need to stop talking about it, because they're saying that I'm revealing information that I should not be revealing because it's hurting the effort of the future. They're saying that I'm revealing information that would be damaging to investigation for the future, because I'm essentially telling the enemy what's going to happen, or not what's going to happen, what was most likely going to happen, thwarting the plan for them to take action. So I'm not going to read on this topic ever again because I don't want to screw this up. But eventually it will. Eventually it will come to light, but I'm just not going to say anything on the matter anymore. I'm not going to ask about it. If someone asks, I'm just not going to answer, or I'm just going to tell them, sorry, I can't read on it, and I'll explain the situation. But, yeah, it's just saying that I'm revealing too much, and that, the enemy could be washing, and I could be leaking information in advance. And that is essentially part of the problem how Trump was able to win, because he had an advancement. He knew what was going to happen because he had people washing all eyes. You know what I mean? Like I said, Trump is a very spiritual guy. He may not come off of it, but he uses, the metaphysical to do his dirty work. We may not realize it, or we might actually inadvertently helping him. So I won't be a part of that. And if my guy said you need to stop acting or stop reading on that, I'm gonna not read on it. Okay. But the answer is yeah, it's gonna come out. So for those of you guys who are wondering, yeah, it's gonna come out. But it looks like it's gonna come out privately first, then publicly. But the information there was hidden from even me to see because it was kind of foggy and very blurry, and I think Spirit, like I said, I was not supposed to be revealing information that I was supposed to be revealing to you. So there's that. All right, so next thing, we're going to take a look and see J.D. Vance's realization during the certification, the congressional certification, and why he rolls his eyes when he was certified as the next vice president. Okay, this is the right deck, Spirit. Spirits and angels tell me, clear out this card, of any negative energy, any negative questions, anything that's been asked previously. Clear the cards of any negative entities. There's the card cleared. Now allow me to read on Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. Let me read on Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. You may do so. Okay. Spirits and angels tell me about Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. Why did he roll his eyes when he was declared the next Vice President of the United States? Why did he roll his eyes at the certification? I'm hearing he was not happy with what he heard. Somebody doesn't want to be Vice President. No. Like I said, he does not want to. He doesn't want to. I don't think he's being forced, but he doesn't want to. We have the Lovers card reversed. This is the Biden-Harris administration. This is reverse. Followed by the Four of Swords reverse, which means an ending, a political career ending. And the struggle, which is the challenge to all of this entire reading, which is the struggle, the Ten of Wands here. Trying to push forth, knowing everything you know, the burden that you're carrying, the burden that you're going to have to carry. which is why the Four of Swords reverse is here. Being understanding in the future card is the thievery. So I think he understands what really happened, what took place, and how they actually got away with it. Or at least they think they got away with it. And in a way, he does not want to be associated with it because it's going to cause a political ending for his career. For his political career. And we have here him moving from troubled water to smoother, calmer waters. Like I said, I feel like he's going to be a whistleblower. Yeah, I do feel like that. Okay, so at least we established this. Okay, what's the next one? Trump officially a felon in Jack Smith special report. So we're going to take a look at those two and see what information we get from that. I am hungry. Okay, anyway, besides the point. Alright, so Spirit Angels tell me, clear the cards of any negative energy, negative entity, negative thoughts, negative beings. Clear the cards. Are the cards cleared? They are cleared. Okay, so now that they are cleared, allow me to read on Donald John Trump, the 45th president, the felon president. Okay, you may read on it. But I keep hearing feline for him, like feline, not felon, feline. Don't know why. Alright, so Spirit Angels tell me about former President Donald Trump. What does it mean for the United States that now Trump is officially declared a felon within the United States and he will be the first felon to ever hold the United States office of the presidency? What does this mean for the United States? Will he even hold the office of the presidency? I'm hearing you fool. So they're telling me judgment will rain down on him harder than anyone had ever seen. We have the Fool card. It's telling me false hope. Telling me false hope. Something with false hope here. I'm looking at the feather here. I'm getting told to look at this feather. And the feather, to me, is symbolizing lightweight. This is nothing. This is lightweight. We have the Page of Wands reversed. This is the new leader. Still saying no. Saying that no. It doesn't affect the United States. They're telling me not even to worry about it because saying in some way there is judgment that will come. So what kind of effect if he had it on the United States? We have here the thievery. They're taking down the incumbent, which she's going to be the incumbent, and it's going to be by a woman. So I feel, and essentially, because it's saying here, we have the thievery card here, which walking away, thinking you've got away with it, which makes you the fool. Oh, you know what? Okay, so I guess I understand now why we weren't allowed to read on Mike Johnson question regarding the secret plan, because this was basically part 2. Because the fool card is saying you think you got away with it, but you really didn't. Which is why the thievery card showed up. The new leader in reverse, while the Ace of Swords upright, which means defeating the incumbent, removing the king from his throne. I talked about this in my prediction. A lot of kings will fall, not one, but by the many. The Ace of Swords here. So that is the card that is upright against the new leadership position. The Judgment card here is 2 things. It's aided by and clarified by the Empress card, which is the woman, the female. But it's also clarified by Russia. So something regarding Russia and him, but also Harris as well. Now, what's the final card here? It's the 9 of Cups reversed. There's a lack of achievements here for him. I don't see it. Again, the Justice card here shows up right before Judgment. Right before Judgment, before leadership. Something's coming. Something's definitely coming. And it's going to be a Tower moment. The Tower card reversed. Right now it hasn't happened yet, which is why it's reversed. But the Tower's coming. And he's going to be hurt. And someone's going to come in last minute. The Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords last minute. And that is the Queen of Cups. The woman who saves you. You know. Let's go and take a look now at the Tower card. My Tower deck, actually. We're going to go and take a look and see, what that might mean. And what the Tower card might entail for Trump. Or what might be coming. I do feel like, because I did say in my other reading, with the President Vance and the President Harris reading, the path forward and how to get there, I did talk about how Harris will likely become the 2028 presidential election, president, but she could become president before that. But I definitely see her running again. Because she could become president sometime between 2025 and 2026. But we have to let time play out. We can't just expect it to happen overnight. Again, investigation takes time, especially something as major as this can happen right away. It needs to take time. Because, for those of you guys who've been with me from the very beginning, I talked about marital law being declared, how Trump declared it. He did. We just didn't know about it. We talked about how Trump is going to be dragged out of the White House. That hasn't happened yet. Doesn't mean it won't happen, but Trump might need to be in the White House to get dragged out. So, we'll see. I did say it many times again that I kept seeing him go in and Harris replaces or someone replaces Trump, but not J.D. Vance. You want to talk about confusion? A lot of information, a lot of murkiness, a lot of unpredictability in some way. So Spirit Angels, tell me about the tower moment that's going to befell Trump regarding his new regained status and leadership, especially now that he is officially considered a felon. The Three of Swords, betrayal. The Three of Swords, betrayal. And that entails what? The Wheel of Fortune, destiny in the past. And we have here the Emperor, the Hermit, darkness. Darkness will consume him. The Crown of the Reader is the King of Swords, the King of Wands, excuse me. This is my conservative Republican card. Sitting on the throne is reversed, which means she's out of power. The betrayal is the being a felon costs you the presidency. Yes or no, does being a felon cost you the presidency? Tell me to flip the deck. Does being a felon cost you the presidency? Thank you. We have here the Queen of Cups. Yeah. Because there's no cap anymore. Yeah. Anything can happen. And we have the Seven of Wands, which means protest, resistance against, and the Force out, which is the Seven of Swords, which is the Diva healing. Now, I just feel like something's going to happen. We have the Ten of Wands here again, struggle. I don't think it's going to be as explosive as you may think, but it'll be kind of like more mellow and just be like a clean sweep in some way, or a clean swap. I don't know. And when I say I don't know, I don't mean I don't know. I just sometimes like you're in a state of shock by what you're reading. You're like, I don't know how I feel about this. It's kind of like what I'm feeling right now, because I'm like, it's so weird, the country's going through a lot, and even so are you, especially if like this comes to fruition. You're like, oh damn, you're hearing about it before anyone else, Sometimes that could be quite damaging. All right, so we'll see. That's the next part. Jack Smith's special report. Okay, Spirit Angels, tell me about. Spirit Angels, clear out the tower cards or any negative energy, negative entities, negative questions that's been asked previously. Please clear out the deck. Is the deck cleared? Cleared. Please now allow the tower card to read effectively on Jack Smith's special report. That's coming out Sunday. Allow it to read on Jack Smith's special report that's coming out Sunday. Cleared. Is it able to read on this? Yes. Okay. And told me to spread it. Okay, that's how we do it. Alright, so Spirit Angels, tell me about Jack Smith's special report. What do we need to know about Jack Smith's special report? Okay, so they're telling me to divide it by 3. Okay, Jack Smith special report, Jack Smith special report, Jack Smith special report coming out Sunday. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? So time to shuffle. We have a Tower card. Okay, the Tower card keeps coming in. You have the American voter, the people. A pause or ingression. You know, I wonder if the Jack Smith special report could be that Tower card. Because it's saying here that there could be revitalization in the effort to maybe, oh, he did that in 2020, maybe you should go take a look in 2024. You know, stuff like that. We have here the 10 of Swords here reversed. Tells me it's not exactly a betrayal yet. Okay, let's take a look. Let's read. So we're talking about Jack Smith's special report and what we need to know regarding Sunday. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, which means that it wasn't supposed to come out, but now it's coming out. So some time had changed. Something shifted and it's coming out now. We have the Tower card reverse, which means it's going to be a minor one, but when it comes out, these two cards flip upright. It's divine timing for the Tower. This is the Tower card that's going to come. But right now, the Tower card is not upright, which means I have to read on this. I have to read on this. We have here on the left here, we have the American voter, the agreement, the transition of power. This is the Two of Cups on the left side here. The right side, though, we have struggle. 10 of Wands here. Someone's struggling right now. And it's not being helped by the 10 of Swords either, which is reverse. And we have the King of Wands reverse. And the King of Wands is very important and very crucial because the King of Wands is that conservative card. We saw that Tower card come in time and time again later in this video. We talked about multiple different topics. Trump being considered felon. What does this mean? The King of Wands reverse. The King of Wands. Then we have here the presidency. It looks like it's up in the air now. And what's the outcome for that? A fool. You're a fool. You fool. That's what it's saying. You fool. And what is the bottom of the deck? The presidency. Chariot. Going towards the presidency. And who exactly is going behind for the presidency? We have elect women. The Hanged Man reverse. The Hanged Man upright. With the Magician card reverse. And we have the Queen of Wands here reverse. With the Page of Wands upright. So what is this telling you? It's telling you eventually it's going to lead the way to Harris. But right now, we gotta let this play out the way it should play out. Okay. I know a lot of you guys, I know one of you guys messaged me and asked me about Pope Francis. Biden in the past said he was definitely going to meet the Pope. Well, it was canceled because of the LA fires in California. California will be in a news cycle, especially this year, especially towards the end of this year and at the end of next year as well, because of natural disasters that's going to take place, major ones. So we'll read on them eventually, but I'm going to give California a break. I'm not going to read on California for a while, but California will be on a news cycle many times this year and next year. So a lot of news will be coming out of the Cascadian plate. Okay, so Spirit Angel, tell me about Pope Francis. Pope Francis is supposed to be very important for Biden because when Biden meets him, he gets a sense of clarity, understanding. Now, I did say in that video, Biden may not need to meet them physically. He might just do Zoom call or something like that. Or he already talked to him on the phone. And he already explained the situation. Oh, look what's on the bottom of that Tower card. So let's take a look and just read about Pope Francis for a second and see if that altered anything. I know a lot of you guys were concerned, so we'll read on that. Clear the Tower card. Any negative energy, negative entity, negative thoughts, any question previously asked, is the Tower card cleared? They are clear. Allow me to read on Pope Francis and President Biden and how to change the outcome since Biden's not meeting him in person. Okay, they're telling me it has not changed the outcome. That's what I'm hearing because it has already been done. Don't know what that means, but so Spirit Angel, tell me you already listened, I guess. We have here we have the 5 Pentacles reverse, 2 Cups reverse. Here we have the woman, the Queen of Cups. She will take down the incumbent. They already know about it. She's aware of it. Here's Joe Biden. And what did the Pope say? So they're telling me this is what the Pope knows. This is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that the Pope is going to play a crucial role because he's going to allow what happened to take place, and he's going to have to try to revitalize the faith in people. He's going to play a major role. We have the 5 of Pentacles reverse, followed by the 2 of Cups reverse with the Queen of Cups upright, which is the Harris card, which means capping, so something capped. But we have here like something capped, so like cap is like a slang for lie. So there's a lie here. But I'm also seeing a limitation or a quiet. So it might be a lie that's foretell to the people, but it's the truth behind the scenes. We have the Ace of Swords, removing the king from power. Removing the king from power. The Queen of Cups being aided and challenged by the reverse Ace of Wands, which is the leadership, not becoming the leader because they've been capped. Right? They've been capped. Right? The incumbency has been defeated, which is Biden, the Democratic Party. We do have here the Lovers card reverses the Biden-Harris administration. We have here in this section here, what did the Pope know? Pope knows all of this, but he knows that something will be coming soon and he needs to be prepared to be able to act on it and be able to help the people when the time comes. Because something will rain down when it does. When it does, the Page of Cups will be reversed, which means it's like the investigating card, but it's a young investigator. So I wonder either like a young investigator or it's like a young investigation. It's in its infancy right now. And then we have here, right after the Lovers card reverse, we get the Joe Biden card, which is the High Priestess. And then we have the Biden out of power, which is the King of Cups. So I guess in some way, what Biden is doing is essentially using the Pope in a formality to tell what may happen in the United States by using another means of foreign adversary. Like, because it makes sense because what do we have here? Okay, so in my channel in here, we talked about fraud would be found on the phone of a nearby foreign adversary. Right, fraud would be found on the phone of a nearby adversary, which means that Biden might be given information in case it was removed from the White House, as documents were removed. There was information like backup, essentially. We have the 2 of Swords reversed, going back to the past, knowing that what happened with the document cannot be trusted with this individual regarding Russia, with the judgment that takes place on election day with the government in the United States and the Hierophant. We have here being challenged with the ballots, with the Ace of Cups, something being murky. We have here it's not going to be revealed about the presidency because the decision needs to be made, but when that decision does, the world is upside down, a line of succession takes place, and a Queen of Pentacles is instituted. And here is the achievement. Here are the facts. Here's the truth. What is the top of the card here? We have the Temperance. It causes imbalance. Because of the imbalance, people feel like they can't trust anything that they're hearing anymore. And we have here a lack of options, a lack of possibility avenues to go in because it's a constitutional crisis. Something new would need to be worked on in order to deal with the situation. But we're not sure if this person is going to be removed at this point in time, because there will be a loss of some sort, a betrayal with the political arena. About 45, okay, with evidence about him in power, or him attempt to be in power, and his betrayal of the American people on January 6th. We have here the Knight of Cups. A new cup is being formed and is being handed over to the rightful winner, which is the Justice card in reverse with the presidency. So the Justice being handed over to somebody else. There won't be as much resistance by the Republican because a new leader will take his place, a new opposition leader. The Fool has fallen, and the Queen is inaugurated. So it looks like to me this would be the Magician. So it feels like to me like Biden is using the Pope as a backup source. Maybe potentially it's being saved in the Vatican archives. I don't know. But that would make a lot of sense why that would come through. Because we had a Judgment card and we had the Nine of Cups just come out as I was saying that. Was telling me, yeah, it looks like there's some sort of saving of documents in a foreign adversary, like almost like a backup in some way. So maybe that could be something that they're using. That could be why Biden did what he did. But it said it already been done. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in that regard. So yeah, saying that everything is still on track. We'll see. Maybe that could be why there's a renewed faith. We don't exactly know what it means until everything plays out the way it should play out. Right? It's a lot of cards. Too many, if you ask me. I'm just want to put them in because I have a couple more questions I want to get through today. Because I have to go to work. I might just go grab some food too because I'm starving. Okay. And I feel like it's going to be a long enough video already, but you know. Alright, so what's the next question I'm going to be covering today? The next question is election manipulation and what's coming to light. Whew, I just feel like we're hitting all the notes today, I feel. And I feel like the reason why I have to do this is because, well, I'm not making many videos doing all that. There's too much for me to handle, so I'm doing all in one video. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look. Is this the right deck? Okay. Clear out the deck of any negative energy, negative entities, negative thoughts, negative being. Remove the card and clear the cards. Cleared. Allow me to read on the election manipulation and what's coming to light. Can I use the Tarot card deck? Is it clear and able to read effectively on this question? No. Okay. What card can be done? Use the one you least despise. I don't know what you mean by that. What about the Kipper deck? No. The Deviant Moon? No. The new phone, who's this? Yes. Okay, we're gonna use this. It's a playing game. Okay. I feel like I need to use these cards instead. So we're gonna take those. Okay, so a lot of it is inappropriate, so I will blur them out. Well, I'm not gonna blur them out, I just won't read them aloud to you. I'll just tell you hint of what they said, but I'm not gonna say anything else. And then we'll use this, which is inbox. Which is inbox information. So we'll use that in case you want clarifier. That could be my clarifier cards. Alright, so spirits and angels. Please clear out this tarot deck, or please clear out this playing cards of negative energy, negative thoughts, negative entities, negative beings. Clear the deck, please. Cleared. Now, please allow this deck in particular to read on election manipulation. Okay, they're telling me I can use these, so we're good. Alright, so yes, you can use playing cards. I'm very good at using playing cards. I use them all the time. I can read with Una. Okay, so anyway, not that you really needed to know that. Election manipulation was coming to light. So spirits and angels, tell me about the election manipulation and what is coming to light in the United States. Tell me about the election manipulation. Will anything be coming to light about the election manipulation, and if so, what is that? What entails? I don't even know how to respond to some of these texts. Okay, this card was reversed. Okay. These are highly inappropriate, so I'm not even going to read them aloud to you. Unless, you know what? Here's what I'll do. I will just give you a warning. I'll let you know before I read them. And I'll just show you on the screen and just make sure there's no kids nearby. Okay. Alright. So the first card is... Wow, okay. Alright, so the first card is maybe, maybe not stay woke. This is the first card that came out. Maybe, maybe not stay woke. Right? This seems like something that we always hear all the time. Wokeness, right? We hear all the time from the Republican, you know. Interesting. The next card is, again, this is inappropriate, so I'm giving you that warning now. You can pause the video if you need to, but I'm just going to read it to you. Hydrogen peroxide plus blank, I can't talk right now. Okay. We have the reverse, lost my number, but the sound of this I know is live from the gas station. Okay. We have here, look, you were great, but the eye patch kind of freaks me out. A warning. No thanks. Blank is for nerds. Okay, the next card. When we use on my bird washing hours, you know better. Okay, warning. This is a warning, please. Okay, what the blank is wrong with you? Okay, under here we have. Okay, I'm flattered, but to me you're kind of like a substitute teacher. I have a lot of fun when you're around, but I don't respect you whatsoever. Oh Jesus. Okay, so we're asking about the election manipulation and whether or not it's coming out. It says maybe, maybe not, stay woke. It's saying here that to stay awake, that it may or may not come out. Okay? Again, the flexibility is still there. The next card is I can't talk right now. I think that's very important. But hydrogen peroxide is really important because what happened with hydrogen peroxide is water, right? When you put hydrogen peroxide in something that is dirty and filthy and gross, it starts to bubble, right? Bubbling. Was very important because it's cauldron, and in the cauldron, it starts to bubble. And what happens when things bubble? They start to overflow. Right? Things start to overflow. When something's dirty, and you pour hydrogen peroxide to clean it, things start to resurface. Resurface right? So what is it saying? They say maybe, maybe not. But when hydrogen peroxide is applied to something that's dirty, which is, we're talking about something that really is dirty in essence, it will come to light. It will bubble to the surface. We have here, the next one is, I lost all my numbers, but by the sound of this, I know it's live from the gas station. This is unknown, which means it's a whistleblower. So whoever this is going to be whistleblown. Because we don't know exactly who is going to reveal this information. It's a whistleblower. And this card is, you look great, but the iPad kind of freaks me out. This feels like, to me, the plot in July. We talked about this being about Mike Johnson and Mike Johnson's secret plan with Trump. This is kind of like what it felt like. Again, it's being here, it's echoed, and again, the eye patch, right? But it's telling me here the eye patch on the ear patch, right? Because of what happened on July. And this feels like, to me, you all know who the guy who was rolling his eyes earlier, and we talked about earlier in this video, the eye rolling. It feels like, to me, there was a double thinking, oh, this is really what I want to be doing, because what if I actually get hurt? What if they want me to get hurt so that they can spin a certain narrative? That's what it feels like. It kind of freaks me out. What happened in July? Like, it kind of freaks me out. Like, I wasn't really sure if this is what I wanted. That's what it felt like. It says here, maybe, maybe, maybe not stay woke. Underneath that card is the clarifier card. It says, no thanks, blank is for nerds. Purity. Purity. Thinking you're better than someone, no thanks. Blank is for nerds. Oh, okay. So possibly they would have reached out to somebody else about maybe doing this. but they decided against it and they didn't participate in it. But the nerd could be like Elon Musk, those type of people. The next card here, underneath the hydrogen peroxide and the bubbling things to the surface, we have here, these are my bird washing hours, you know better. Washing, like somebody who's bird washing, they just sit outside, they wash, they just enjoy nature, they take in observation, and very highly observational skills. Right, so what's coming to the surface? Observations. The next card is we're talking about whistleblower. This is the information. Again, warning. That's called right underneath the whistleblower, which means that this is not this person that revealed information. It's unexpected to decide that it was participated in, which means that somebody has a change of heart. The next one we have here. I'm flattered, but to me, you're like a kind of a substitute teacher. I have a lot of fun when you're around, but I don't respect you whatsoever. This falls underneath the eye patch. This feels like we know exactly what this feels like because here, oh, I'm flattered, but you're a substitute. I have a lot of fun when you're around, but I don't respect you whatsoever. What did this feel like to you guys? I think we all know exactly who this feels like, and I don't want you guys to say it in the comment section below. We're going to use a mutual of different names, but I think we all know exactly who this is. It feels exactly who I know exactly who it is. I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. This person is somebody that we know, but someone is supporting the opposite side who will reveal the information because we knew all along that they were never on that person's side. Now, we have the inbox. What other information you want to provide to us, Spirit? Okay. And the final reading. Okay, the final card. Okay, so it says here, again, this is a warning. So it's uncertainty. We talked about this uncertainty, right? The inability to be certain of something. You're not sure what side you're on. Which means this person is still thinking, which is why I said maybe not, maybe stay woke. So stay awake. We're saying that, it might come out. It might not. Because this person is still in the base stages. Which is why they're still debating the decision that they want to do. The next card, which falls into these two quadrants. Okay, so, warning. Okay, so it's telling me here, because we have the whistleblower here, we have bubbling to the surface. Observation, so observation bubbling thing to the surface. A whistleblower, what is wrong with you? It's also being aided here again. So it's telling me here that I'm not interested in being a part of you or engaging with you in any capacity. That's what that's saying here. With the next card here, we have, hey, oh, this is reversed. Okay, this is reversed, but warning. So it feels like to me, what it is saying here is saying that this individual, because we have hair here, we have hair here. So it's something bubbling to the surface, they needed a distraction. So in order for this to come to light, a distraction needs to be initiated. Something that misleads the person from realizing that this person is the leaker. But it doesn't matter because in the end, they know exactly who this is. Warning. They know exactly who this person is. They know exactly who this person is. So it's talking about more like the revelation and how things get revealed. Now, what's the bottom of the deck here? Okay. Hi, Brian. I know we haven't talked in 9 months, but do you have any plans for Father's Day this year? This was reversed, I believe. Yeah, it was reversed. So what does that mean? We're talking about 9 months. We're talking about Father's Day. right? The lack of a father. I don't know if J.D. Vance even had a father. Oops, just revealed it. But it feels like in some way, it feels like there is a plan, but they haven't talked. So there's miscommunication between maybe Trump and Vance. Maybe they're not as in cahoots as you would one think, because maybe there's a disconnect. Maybe they were just for show, and then Vance just realizes everything later on. Because what's the bottom of the deck here? What's in the inbox? Ever since the girl on the dance team started paying attention, she was even like, I'm not here. So it might just be more of a personal thing. Like, he feels like at first he didn't mind it, but he wasn't being paid attention to anymore. Like, no one really cared. People push him aside. He might backstab Trump. We'll see. You will see. But at least we kind of have an idea now what we're walking into and what's coming to light. Well, this is the drama of how it comes to light, essentially. We will find out, but it's definitely talking about what to call it, Johnson and him. It's definitely talking about Johnson, because everything that I just talked about is things that I just mentioned to you guys regarding the secret plan with Johnson. It feels exactly like that. I don't think anything's gonna be like, oh, there's gonna be multiple different things. These are talking about the same thing, and it's constant. It's telling me there's a lot more that's about to be coming out, and there's a lot more that needs to be said and done. I think there's a lot more. I really do. Okay, so we do have one more question that we're going to ask. January 19th, 2025. Okay. What is going to happen in January 19th, 2025? So Spirit Angel Tommy, give me an energy update on... So Spirit Angel, please clear this deck of any negative energy, negative entities, negative thoughts, negative beings. Clear the deck. The deck cleared. Allow me to ask the deck today. What are the energies on January 19th, 2025 regarding Trump's rally? Can I read with this deck? Okay, that's good. They gave me a go ahead. We can read on it. There's a change coming. There's definitely change coming. Change is coming. That's what they're telling me. Change is coming. Crown of reading. What's the card? Government. The Queen of Cups above. We have here the White House in reverse. Okay, so we're asking about January 19, 2025 and the energies revolving around it. Change is coming, that's for sure. We have the Two of Wands reversed. This is domestic. So whatever happens is domestic. Change is happening domestically. We have here followed by the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, the wheels are changing. The wheels are about to change, or are changing on this day. There's a death card here, a rebirth, but not a rebirth in the way which you think. It's a false death, a false premise. Something is false on this day. Something that is not real is happening on this day. You know, I wonder if there's going to be like a fake inauguration. We have the Strength card. It's, because a lot of Americans, when you ask them, they don't really know when Inauguration Day is. Right? And if he's telling his supporters, like, oh, watch this, I can be inaugurated early, because that's the thing, the thing that we do in the United States, like, you can get inaugurated early because, 2020 was stolen from me, and therefore I can be inaugurated early, stuff like that. So we have the Strength card here. It's being followed by the Four of Swords reverse. And the Four of Swords means a political ending, but it's not an ending. There's a strength to it. Saying, hey, we're not over. This is not a victory. This is a victory party, nonetheless. It's a victory rally. But why? Everybody makes a very good point. Why do a victory rally the day before the inauguration day? You could have done this right after the election day, or anytime in between. Why do it the day before? Why before? Right? I remember for those of you guys who watched a lot of my videos in November and December, I talked about January 19th in particular. I kept saying January 19th on accident. It kept slipping in my mouth. But now we know something happened on January 19th. I don't know exactly what was said, but something definitely happening. We have here the world's card reverse. So the world changes. So there's some sort of change in the world, which is why the world is upside down. But this is not a loss. So there's not a loss here. There's something fake is happening, which is why we have the loss card reverse here underneath the death card and change. Divine change, but it's not a rebirth. It's a false or illusion as cast. Under the strength card and the death card, we have, it's not a celebration, it's certainly not a victory party either, which is the Three of Cups. Why would it not be a victory party if it is a victory party? We have here the Chariot, because it's not what you think it is. It's an inauguration or swearing in early. They're trying to swear himself in early as the new president, de facto president. It's kind of like a coup d'etat. It's kind of like what it felt like. We're going to ask the cards actually that. We have here the challenge to the whole reading is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the challenge. What is coming to change it? What is this false illusion? Change it within the government. This is domestic. Change it. What is the crown of the reading? The Queen of Cups. The woman, the female. What is the bottom of the deck? The White House in reverse, followed by the Tower card. Followed by the Nine of Pentacles, the woman who has the pentacle. Possibly a transfer of power away from the president, which he might be trying to come in as a new leader. So, with that being said, we're going to ask the card. Is there going to be a coup d'etat? Now, if you have not watched my community page recently, I included a prediction I did back in 2021 or 2022 where I talked about how Donald Trump is going to be elected the 47th president and how he's going to do it. And lo and behold, it came true. I even said the opposition was going to be a female. And that was true as well. But I did say that in order for him to become president, he needs to remove Harris and Biden out of the presidency. A coup of some sort. We're going to ask it right now. Spirits and angels tell me on January 19, 2025, is Trump going to commit a coup? Is Trump going to try to commit a coup and overtaking the government by installing himself as president early? Is Trump going to try to install himself as president early? Thank you. I love how they lay out the cards for me. Exactly how I'm supposed to read them. First card, the Magician. Challenge to it, the Hierophant at the High Priestess reverse. Disregard for law and the presidency, the peaceful transfer of power. The Magician. It's like, no, I wield it early. He wants to wield it early. The earlier the better for him, because he knows something's coming. We have here the Nine of Swords, Sleepless Nights. What's coming here? 45, the Felon, reverse. 5 of Pentacles, reverse. Not leaving. Temperance, reverse. Imbalance. Here, making sure he's not restricted. He does not want to be in jail. Something's going on. Trump knows something, so he wants to get in early. The earlier the better, like we say. What's coming up here? What's the challenge to this? What is aiding this? Swiftness, trying to get in because he knows he's in Washington. He knows he got away with that. The faster he gets in, the less likely he can get removed. Right? We have that 7 of Swords energy, followed by Justice. You know, I talked about this before. I said that he committed 2 major crimes before he goes into office. Let's see. Let's go back to this prediction again. What did I get? 3 impeachments will befell the next president. For that, he has already committed 2 major crimes outside the scope of being in office. He sold them out and gave documents away. So, Trump will be impeached for what takes place on January 19th, if likely. And then he will be impeached for what he did prior to that, which is the planning and stuff like that. Which means that he's going to have 2 more impeachments than whatever he does in office. Maybe potentially it's an effort to force him out. I said the 4th one, at one point it was going to be 4 total, but now it looks like it's going to be 5. The the last one would be a conviction be forced out, but we were going to take a look at that in another video. But we have the death card here. Transformation, change, indecision with the Page of Pentacles. We have here, it's not going to be handed to him, but he wants power early with the government. He wants control of the government early. And he's going to go forward, head with it. But the bottom of the card is the Tower card. So I think January 19th is going to be a big day. I think he's going to try and take power early. And that essentially is considered a coup. Okay. Well, a lot of energy and things that I just covered in today's video. We're going to try and upload this. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. If you have watched this to the end, you are a champion. And I'm sincerely grateful for all the love and support you have given me and this channel. And thank you for being part of the community. I'm severely grateful. I don't think a lot of people are watching our videos, which is completely fine because like I said, I'm not here about the subscribers. I'm not here about the money. I'm here about you. So if you come back and you watch these videos, I'm all here for you only. Okay, guys. I love you. Have a good night, and I'll see you again in the next video. Which, again, that's going to be the Trump-Obama flip reading.